Good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe. Would it affect you in some way? I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's take a look around what we got, what we do got. Now, Entertainment Weekly posted this very interesting photo. Now, if you've seen this photo, I want you to take a very good look at it. You know, especially when I read some of the things that's, you know, in the Entertainment Weekly, you know, interview that's tied to this particular picture. Because this is very important to things that pertain to Series 9. As we all know, we found out that Rachel Talalay is going to be back to direct Series 9 finale. Plus, there's a lot of other nifty things going on with that. You know, they were back at Caerphilly Castle, which is, you know, interesting to hear. It's a very popular location for Doctor Who filming. But okay, enough of that. Let's get into the very meat of the article itself, the one I'm talking about. Alrighty, away we go. Off into that mystical land that we call sharing your screen, if I can get it to work. If I can get it to work. Sorry about that. Sometimes this thing happens. Sorry about that. See what I get for not properly preparing for these things? These things are not scripted, and now you know why. You wouldn't get these awesome things going on. Okay, first up over Entertainment Weekly. Doctor Who star Peter Capaldi teases Season 9 and get an exclusive first look. He does mention that he's quite a bit nervous about being in front of 7,000 people at Comic-Con. He was asked what kind of creature he would walk around the floor, you know, disguised as if he had to from Doctor Who. And he goes, he picked either a White Walker from Game of Thrones or a Menoptera from Doctor Who. And if I'm right, that's all the way back to the Web Planet, which is the Hartnell era. I think the Menoptera, weren't they the ones with the bee wings or something like that? But okay. And I'm not talking bee wing Star Wars style. I'm talking like the actual honeybee wings or something like that. Okay. Were they moths? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the Web Planet, to be honest with you. Okay, can you tease the two-part premiere? Okay, it places the Doctor in a conflict that is central to his being, as well as containing some subtle tributes to the 60s and a truly wonderful guest performances. And here's the key thing. What can you tell us about the exclusive photograph from the premiere that we see above? The photo shows the Doctor about to make a mistake that has cataclysmic repercussions. Now, a lot of people, or actually a couple of people I've seen, are theorizing, what if that's a picture of Skaro? We don't have any of that stuff confirmed yet, so I'm not going to go off even to that tangent at this point. When I see some more proof of it, that's rock solid, I'll share it with you. Okay, don't worry, I'll put a spoiler warning on the video for those who are a bit sensitive to it. Okay. Tell us about the villains and monsters the Doctor will be encountering this season. He goes, there will be an epic sweep to this season. And I think the villains and monsters reflect that. Great new ones, brilliant old ones, and some very scary creatures looming in stories with real emotional ambition. And of course, Michelle Gomez, Missy is more magnificently bad than ever before. He gives a quick little compliment here about Maisie Williams. Maisie's fantastic, sharp, talented tornado. As an 18-year-old, she has taught me many new words and expressions. And all I'll say about her is that her character is that she shifts in cosmic ways. And, of course, he gives some very good props to Jenna Coleman here. And they said Jenna planned on leaving last season before changing her mind. Will these be her last shows? And she goes, and he said, of course, I hope not. Don't bank anything on that. Don't bank anything on it. Now, an edited version of this interview ran in Entertainment Weekly issue 1371, 1372, which will be on newsstands tomorrow. Now, I'm saying I'm laying money that Jenna's going to leave this season. She was trying to get out last season, and she stayed, and then decided to come back for all of Series 9. Well, for as far as we know, so she is already out looking for other work, as you've seen. So I wouldn't bank on her hanging around for Series 10. Okay, next up, Doctor Who News, 4 Doctors Wraparound variant. Twilight Comics have announced an exclusive Doctor Who #1 4 Doctors Wraparound variant prepared for Titan Comics for the Titan Comics special event coming in August. The cover is painted by David Carr, and if you click on it, who's that poor lonely fellow all the way over here by himself? Of course, a very interesting cover. I got a kick out of it. Okay, moving on over here. David Tennant. This is off the David Tennant news blogspot. His episode of Jake and the Neverland Pirates will premiere Monday, July 6th. So if you're looking for that, more details on it, be sure to check right here. Jumping on over to Casturberus. All right, this September, A Day in the Life of Sophie Aldred. That's right, all right, forgive me here. The Penarth Pier Pavilion in South Wales will be hosting its 10th Doctor Who charity event, A Day in the Life of Sophie Aldred, on the 13th of September. Now, previously attracting Doctor Who favorites such as Louise Jameson and Simon Fisher-Becker, this year's special guest Sophie is known for her role as 7th Doctor companion Dorothy McShane, more commonly known as Ace. Now, beginning at 11:30 a.m. and finishing at 4 p.m., fans are promised a jam-packed yet still relaxed day, including interviews, Q&A session with attendees, autographs, and a charity raffle and a dealer's table, and perhaps even a surprise or two. And hey, as a nice bonus, there are no charges for autographs, selfies, or photos, although understandably there is a limit to autographs to 3 per person. Normally tickets would cost £12 for adults, £8 for children concessions, but since attendance is limited to 70 people, they're kindly offering an early bird discount if you book now, £8 for adults, £5 for children, and concessions. Since autographs normally cost at least £10, this is a major saving. Plus, of course, you get to spend a few hours listening to Sophie recall her days in the TARDIS, and all proceeds will be given to the charity Penarth Arts and Crafts Limited. If all goes well, matter of fact, this Monday, July 6th, me and 3 others who have already been picked are going to be sitting down for a Q&A with Sophie Aldred. So her time's limited on that one, so it's not going to be very long. But, I got to really thank her for even taking the time out to do this thing for us. So looking forward to that come Monday. All right. And sadly, and lastly for today, Edward Burnham has passed away at the age of 98. Now, that's a hell of a run. I have to say that. He played 2 major roles in Doctor Who. Some know him in 68. He played Professor Watkins, the uncle of Isabel, in 4 episodes of the second Doctor story, The Invasion. He returned to the series at the end of 74 for Tom Baker's debut story Robot, playing Professor Kettlewell, who created the robot K1. Also, keep in mind he has a brilliant, brilliant history. Be sure to take a look at all these. Let's go through real quick. Marvelous History of Saint Bernard, Swiss Family Robinson. In 59, he appeared in Quartermass in the Pit. Other roles followed in other productions such as The Citadel, Zed Cars, Plane Makers, To Sir with Love, Pallisers, The Search for the Nile, Churchill's People, All Creatures Great and Small, Nightingales, and Nicholas Nickleby. In the early 60s, he played Dr. Dorking and Dr. Danvers White in Emergency Ward 10, and in 1985 he played Mr. Grimwig in Terrence Dicks's production of Oliver Twist. He also appeared in the feature films 10 Rillington Place, Young Winston, and The Hiding Place. He died peacefully at his home this past Tuesday, the 30th of June. So it's sad to hear that he's gone, but hey, 98, brilliant run, great life. He brought us many great things besides Doctor Who. And he'll always, be in our memories for us folks who remember his roles. I hate to end on such a sad note, but that's the truth. Because it has been an amazing week. I can't thank Lisa Bowerman enough. I can't thank Daphne Ashbrook enough. I can't thank Sophie Aldred enough for what's coming up. I can't thank each and every one of all the folks who sat down and gave me interviews this year. It's just blown me away. But once again, I want to stress, if it hadn't been for my friend Matt Rose, none of this would have happened. If it hadn't been for his abilities to contact people, and a lot of the folks from Classic who he does know, none of this would have happened. This all would be just still a fiction in the back of my mind. When I first decided to roll out and do interviews, I never thought we'd come this far, this fast. And I hope we keep on going. I really do. Like I said, sorry if I'm getting a little choked up, but honestly, this touches my heart that all these people have given their time. And, it's just amazing, amazing learning things. I'm learning more and more and more about, folks that I consider, to be in my heroes, by doing these things. So, once again, thanks to everyone who's appeared for an interview. Thanks to Matt Rose. And let me get out of here before I start getting really sappy on you. Don't forget, no Omega Files this weekend. Next weekend, we're going to be doing Doctor Who and the Daleks, the Peter Cushing movie, and then the following week we're going to do Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD. So, hope you folks are there with us for those. Well, I'm going to get on out of here now. So take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one, folks, out there. And, oh, yeah, more importantly, before I do go, thank you. Thank you, the audience, the folks who are watching. Because if it wasn't for you, I would have gave this up back in the first year. So thank you all. Good night.